Today is Wednesday, April the 21st. Be sure to get in rhythm between 8:10 and 8:45. Today we have library. Be sure that you log into iStation at 10:30 and work on your individual learning path. Ms. Kincaid's students, be sure at 10:30 that you log into Read 180 or System 44, whichever one that she is requiring you to log into. The good idea of the day is stop making excuses and own your actions. You can watch that on your own today once you have finished all of your assignments. The topic for today is global warming, text analysis. Your target or your goal is to read, analyze, and demonstrate your understanding of a multimodal source about global warming. Part 1 of the multimodal source is located here under the resources section of your Canvas course for today. And these are pictorial vocabulary that shares information with you about the causes of global warming effects, and nature-related vocabulary. Nature-related vocabulary is continued here. You also have global warming solutions and weather-related vocabulary, and ending with other words or academic words that tie back to global warming and animals that are actually becoming endangered by global warming. This week you have been wearing the hat of a scientist and analyzing different types of multimodal text. Today you are going to read or listen to the text about global warming. You are going to record your title and the answers in the text entry box. I'm going to go ahead and read the text for today along with the questions and answer choices for you. The text today reads, Global warming. Global warming is the temperature of the Earth's surface, oceans, and atmosphere going up over tens of years. Average temperatures today are about 1 degree Celsius or 1.8 degree Fahrenheit higher than before the Industrial Revolution, which happened around 1850. The most noticeable change because of this increase in temperature is the melting of the ice caps all around the world. Sea level is steadily rising because of continental ice melting into the sea. Many cities will be partly flooded by the ocean in the 21st century. Among the greenhouse gases, the increase of carbon dioxide, or CO2, in the atmosphere is the main cause of global warming, as predicted by Savant Arrhenius 100 years ago, confirming the work of Joseph Fourier more than 200 years ago. When people burn fossil fuels like coal, oil, and natural gas, this adds carbon dioxide into the air. This is because fossil fuels contain lots of carbon, and burning means joining most of the atoms in the fuel with the oxygen. When people cut down many trees, deforestation, this means that less carbon dioxide is taken out of the atmosphere by those plants. The gas produced by cows' digestion also causes global warming because it contains a greenhouse gas called methane. As the Earth's surface temperature becomes hotter, the sea level becomes higher. This is partly because water expands when it gets warmer. It is also partly because warm temperatures make glaciers and ice caps melt. The sea level rises The sea level rise causes coastal areas to flood. Weather patterns, including where and how much rain or snow there is, are changing. Deserts will probably increase in size. Colder areas will warm up faster than warm areas. Strong storms may become more likely, and farming may not make as much food. These effects will not be the same everywhere. The changes from one area to another area are not well known. This particular section is the reading comprehension section. Question number 1. What is global warming? Is it A, a very hot summer? B, the long-term rise in the average temperature of the Earth's climate system? C, a short period of hot weather? Or D, making something warm or hot? Number 2, what causes global warming? Is it A, sea levels? B, trees and plants? C, greenhouse gases? Or D, glaciers and ice caps? Did you know there is more carbon dioxide in the atmosphere today than at any point in the last 800,000 years? Question number 3. Who predicted global warming? Was it A, Andreas Celsius, B, Daniel Gabriel Fahrenheit, C, Savant Arrhenius, or D, Joseph Fourier? Number 4. What are the effects of global warming? Check the correct boxes. On number 4, you are going to list all of the ones that are effects of global warming. Would you list floods, the Industrial Revolution, strong storms, decreased food production, growing deserts, or hungry cows? Again, on number 4 in your text entry box, you will write out all of the ones that are effects of global warming. Number 5, what does global warming do to ice caps? Does it A, increase in size? B, get flooded? C, turn into greenhouse gases? Or D, melt? Number 6, what are sources of greenhouse gases? Again, you are going to type all of the sources in your text entry box. Are the sources trees and plants, cows, glaciers and ice caps, floods, fossil fuels, rain and snow? There's another bit of information over here in this sidebar. Did you know that 11% of all global greenhouse gas emissions caused by humans are caused by deforestation, comparable to the emissions from all of the cars and trucks that are on our planet? Once you have finished answering those 6 questions, you have a bit of information here about the greenhouse effect and ocean acidification. The greenhouse effect occurs when certain gases in the Earth's atmosphere, which is the air around the Earth, trap infrared radiation. This makes the planet become warmer, similar to the way it makes a greenhouse become warmer. The greenhouse effect is caused by greenhouse gases. The most important greenhouse gases in Earth's atmosphere are water vapor, carbon dioxide, which is CO2, and methane. When there is more greenhouse gas in the air holds more heat. This is why more greenhouse gases cause climate change. The greenhouse effect is natural. It is important for life on Earth. Without the greenhouse effect, the Earth's average temperature would be around -18 or 19 degrees Celsius, which equates to 0 or 1 degree Fahrenheit. Earth would be locked in an ice age. Because of the greenhouse effect, the Earth's actual temperature is 14 degrees Celsius, which is 57 degrees Fahrenheit. Ocean acidification. Ocean acidification is the decrease in the pH, or the scale of acidity and alkalinity, and increase in the acidity of the Earth's oceans. It is caused by the increase of carbon dioxide, or CO2, that humans have put into the atmosphere. More than 30% of the carbon dioxide in the air goes into the ocean. Therefore, when carbon dioxide in the atmosphere increases, the carbon dioxide in the ocean increases too. When carbon dioxide enters the oceans, it makes it more acidic. The skeletons and shells of many sea animals need what is known as calcium carbonate minerals. Due to the ocean acidification, there are fewer of these minerals, and there are species that can no longer produce or keep their shells. With more carbon dioxide in the ocean, this problem becomes worse, and many species will be at risk. As a result, if humans continue to emit greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, ocean life will be in severe danger. Also, coral is at risk, as it is being eroded by the acid in the ocean. Once you have completed that section, you will be moving on to task number 2. Task number 2 is directly related to the assignment that you had yesterday while I was away. You're going to revisit and use the websites that you used yesterday to respond to the questions next to the bullet points in the box below. Then you're going to think about the pictures, the text you've read, websites you visited, and videos that you've watched this week to answer the last bullet point in the box below. You're going to record your answers at the bottom of the text entry box where you just put your answers for task number 1. So task number 1 and 2 should be included in your text entry box for today. It says, as you may have noticed, when exploring these websites, advertisements often form a frame around the information provided in online sources. I want you to think about the following questions. You will not be working with a partner today. You will be working independently. The first question that you should be answering is, what did you notice about the advertisements in the websites that you visited yesterday? Why do you think those companies chose that particular website to place their ad? And do you think the advertisements influence the credibility or the trustworthiness of the websites? And then explain why or why not. When you have completed these 4 questions at the top, I want you to think about the following. Based on the sources that you have found this week and watched and videos and things of that nature, which side of the debate of global warming do you find most convincing? Why does that position seem credible to you? So what I'm asking you is, think about what the 2 opposing views were on the great debate. One side said that global warming and greenhouse gases were caused by humans. The other side said not so much. This particular bullet point, I would like to know where you fall. Do you believe that humans are contributing to global warming or not? And explain your answer.